Hello everyone, good evening. As I have promised earlier that I would take some video classes so that you don't miss the subject during these holidays. I start with marginal costing. So marginal costing is a technique of cost control which we have already studied in group 1. This technique considers only variable cost as a matter of cost for decision making. It is not that fixed cost is totally ignored. Fixed cost is considered to know only the profit situation, but any decision using the technique of marginal costing is taken on the basis of contribution. That contribution is arrived as sales minus variable cost alone. We all know that sales minus cost is profit, right? So this cost can be split into fixed cost and variable cost. So for a decision making using the marginal costing technique, I am bothered only about the variable cost, because variable cost varies with the volume, but fixed cost remains constant irrespective of whether the decision is taken in favor of the situation or not in favor of the situation. So while finding the profit, I split the cost between fixed cost and variable cost. So now for preparing the income statement, sales less variable cost gives contribution less fixed cost gives profit. So any decision in marginal costing will be taken on the basis of contribution and not on the basis of profit. So what are the decisions which could be taken using the technique of marginal costing? So when a particular resource is limited, it is called as a limiting factor decision. This limiting factor can be in terms of raw material being limited, labor hours being limited, sale value being limited, sale in volume being limited, or it can be in terms of the market demand and the supply. And it can be a make or buy decision also. So the limiting factor decision will be in case of limited supply of materials. Then as I told you, you have this make or buy decision, whether you are going to make a component or whether you are going to buy a component from outside. So that decision will be taken using marginal costing. Then when you have multiple products produced by your company, by your organization, you can market them in the you can sell them in the market on the basis of some ratio that is called as sales mix. So what will be the optimum sales mix? That decision also can be taken using the technique of marginal costing. Then if there are various divisions in the organization, whether a division in an organization can be shut down if there is a loss, or can it continue its operations. This decision also can be taken using marginal costing. And last but not the least, you can also take a decision on the basis of export order, whether an export order can be accepted or not. This decision also can be taken using marginal costing. As you have already studied in group 1, there are a set of formulas for this analysis. There are a set of formulae under this analysis for guiding you to take the decisions. So those formulae shall first start with PV ratio. PV ratio is nothing but profit volume ratio. This ratio is determined as contribution divided by sales into 100. This PV ratio is determined as contribution by sales into 100. So I know sales minus variable cost is contribution. So when my contribution I determine as a ratio as 20%, it means variable cost is 80%. When contribution is 20%, it means variable cost is 80%. So how did I arrive at that 80%? 1 minus PV ratio is variable cost ratio. 1 minus PV ratio is variable cost ratio. Alternative formulas for finding PV ratio will be, this PV ratio can also be determined as change in profit divided by change in sales into 100. When will I apply this formula? This formula I will apply when I do not have information for variable cost or information for fixed cost. I know information only for sales and for profit. Finally, I do not have information for cost to know the contribution. In such case, I will apply this formula to find PV ratio. And this formula will also be applied in circumstances when you have information for two subsequent periods, for two consecutive periods. You have information for two consecutive periods wherein you can know the change in profit and the change in sales. You can ask me, just now you said it is only the contribution which is the determining factor in case of marginal costing. Then why do you take change in profit in case of PV ratio? So just for an example, I give you some numerical values. Here they say the sales I take two periods. I take period 1 and period 2. The sales for period 1, suppose example is 1 lakh, and for period 2 it is 1,50,000. If I say the variable cost is 20% of sales, so the variable cost here becomes 20,000, and 20% of 1,50,000 is 30,000, which means my contribution is 80,000 and contribution is 1,20,000, right? Minus fixed cost. This fixed cost will, suppose if I assume this fixed cost as 50,000, the fixed cost will remain the same for both periods. It will not vary with change in volume or change in period, except in case of expansions. So here again it will be 30,000 and here it will be 70,000. This is profit. So this is an income statement where I have found variable cost as 20% on the sales and the fixed cost remaining constant. All these values are imaginary values. So here, while finding the PV ratio, if I do not have information for variable cost, contribution or for fixed cost, I have information only for sales and profits. I find PV ratio as change in profit by change in sales into 100. What is change in profit here? Change in profit is 30,000 and 70,000. So the change is 40,000 rupees. This change of 40,000 rupees over a change of sales of 50,000 rupees will give me a PV ratio. 40,000 divided by 50,000 into 100. This 40,000 of change in profit, isn't it the same as change in contribution? See, contribution is 80,000 and 1,20,000. So here again the change in contribution is 40,000. So change in profit in the formula does not mean the actual change in profit. It means the change in contribution too, because fixed cost will remain constant for both periods. So PV ratio, when a comparison of periodical information is given, it is change in profit divided by change in sales into 100. Right. So with the formula of proceeding ahead, with the formula of contribution divided by sales into 100 being PV ratio, I can derive a few formulas. The derivation of formulas can be contribution is equal to sales into PV ratio, and sales is equal to contribution divided by PV ratio. It is just a cross multiplication of the figures. Contribution is equal to sales into PV ratio, just cross multiplying the same, and sales will be equal to contribution divided by PV ratio. It is just interchanging the values in the same formula where you can find the other unknown information, right? So this is with regard to PV ratio.